Hello there, and welcome to Foodie Legends, your go to source for the best foods to eat around the world and their history. In our last video, we concluded our Japanese culinary trilogy, and now it's time to fly to other parts of the world. But before we dive in, we are very thankful for the support that you guys are giving to our channel. For those who didn't, well,
Break it, it's fine. No, break it.
just kidding. But don't forget to hit subscribe and notification bell so you guys can catch up to our latest food journeys.
That's a surprise tool that can help us later.
Without anything further to do, let's go! Coming in at number 1 on our list is a delicacy that is synonymous with Philippines itself, the lechon. A Filipino fiesta is not complete without the whole pig slowly roasting over live charcoal, with its oil falling over the blazing flames, creating a crackling sound. The lechon is the centerpiece of every Filipino home during all kinds of celebrations. It is indeed the greatest flex to see the newly roasted pig at the central part of the table, surrounded with other dishes. Lechon, or sometimes pronounced as litson, has a colorful history. Although its name was derived from the Spanish dish of the same name, it is believed that the Filipino lechon had pre-Hispanic roots. Pigs are one of the first domesticated animals of the Austronesians, a group of people that spread to Oceania and Asia. While the Spanish lechon favors the suckling pig for its softer meat, most lechoneros in the Philippines use older pigs because the huge size can feed a lot of mouths.
That's what she said.
Meanwhile, suckling pigs are still used in Filipino lechon, and it's called the lechon de leche. Regardless as time passed by, lechon in the Philippines refers to all roasted pigs in general, or other types of meat cooked with the same method. There are two schools of thought on cooking lechon, the Luzon lechon and the Visayas lechon, with supporters of each cooking style debating on what is the superior way of cooking lechon. Visayas lechon is roasted pig stuffed with herbs and spices, such as onions, bay leaves, black peppercorn, garlic, scallions, salt, and lemongrass, which are the signature spices of the critically acclaimed Cebu lechon. A variant of Visayas lechon from Iloilo stuffed their pigs with a special fruit named batuan, which gives the meat a subtle hint of sweet and sour flavors. On the other hand, Luzon lechon is more straightforward on its preparation. Luzon lechon is not flavored with herbs, but Luzon lechoneros favor the classic salt and pepper rub, coating the inside of the pig with this mixture, and usually cooked over wood fire. While its flavor is more basic compared to Visayas lechon, what makes Luzon lechon stand out is its accompanying lechon sauce, which is made of mashed liver or liver spread, vinegar, brown sugar, garlic and onions, and breadcrumbs. This serves as the dipping sauce for the lechon, giving it a deep taste. Some lechoneros prefer to combine both styles, and the more maverick lechoneros even stuff their lechon with seafood and sausages. The possibilities are endless. But the greatest attraction towards lechon relies on its shiny reddish-brown skin. It is a great delight to see the knife penetrate the skin, which shatters like glass and is as crispy as chicharron when eaten, while the tender juicy pork meat awaits underneath.
Yeah, boy.
Coming in at number 2 on our list is a descendant of the trading history Philippines had with the ancient Chinese dynasties, the pancit. Filipinos love their noodles so much because it is a delicious dish to have during fiestas. In fact, a fiesta in the Philippines is not complete without the controversial Filipino spaghetti. Known for its unusually sweet and sour flavor profile and hot dog toppings, and the more traditional pancit, which comes in many forms. Pancit is a staple dish in fiestas, not only because it is a tasty dish, but a lot of older Filipinos believe that pancit is lucky and it gives long life because, well, pancit basically is long noodles. This beloved noodle dish was brought to the country by Chinese immigrants who moved to the country and established various Chinatowns, places known for their lively culture and wide variety of food choices. The term pancit was derived from Philippine Hokkien, a dialect of Hokkien language from China and spoken as a vernacular language by the Chinese Filipino community. Pancit literally means noodle or convenient food, and both are accurate descriptions of the dish. Easy to prepare and delicious to eat, it is no wonder why pancit is a regular part of the fiesta menu. There are multiple ways of cooking pancit, and there are various types of noodles that you can use for this dish, such as the thick canton noodles, the bihon or vermicelli noodles, lomi, miki, sotanghon, and a lot more. You can cook pancit as a stir-fry, guisado, a soup, or just as a crispy treat. There are various toppings too, such as braised meat chopped in pieces, seafood, chicharron, and vegetables. Filipinos love pancit so much that they even mix it with their rice, although in essence, pancit is already a complete meal on its own.
Things just got out of hand.
Pancit is a dish that has Chinese origins but became a unique Filipino dish on its own. Coming in at number 3 on our list is a dish that may seem familiar to you but is actually surprisingly different from what you know. The menudo. No, not that menudo. Let's try it a second time. Well, almost, but not quite that menudo. Now that's what we're talking about. Menudo is a Filipino dish that can find its roots from a historical and culinary connection it used to have with Mexico. Yes, you heard that right. How could two countries on opposite sides of a wide ocean have an ancient connection? Well, the Philippines and Mexico used to have a tight connection in a time when both countries were colonies of the Spanish Empire. Mexico was one of the most important colonies of Spain at the time, to the point that Mexico and its surrounding regions were actually called Nueva España, or New Spain. From 1565 to 1815, the Philippines was ruled by the Viceroy of Nueva España for the Spanish crown. That is 250 years, basically the majority of the Spanish rule in the country. Eventually, Mexico revolted against its Spanish masters and gained its independence. From that time up to the Filipino Revolution against Spain, the Philippines was directly under the control of the Spanish crown, and the Mexican-Filipino connection was halted. Despite the end of this cultural and political bridge between the two nations, Mexico left a lasting mark in Filipino cuisine. A lot of beloved ingredients in Filipino dishes actually came from Mexico, such as achuete, chayote, cocoa, chilies, And the most remarkable of all, tomatoes. The Filipino menudo differs greatly from the Mexican version of the dish. Mexican menudo is a soup, while Filipino menudo is a stew dish. Mexican menudo is made of tripe boiled in a chili powder based broth, spiced with various herbs, while Filipino menudo is cheap cuts of meat, stewed in a tomato based sauce and filled with vegetables like potatoes, carrots, raisins, and red and green bell peppers. Both menudos are red, but that's where the similarities end. Unlike the Mexican menudo, Filipino menudo is sweet and quite salty, stewed for a very long time until the meat almost melts in your mouth. It's red gravy thick and good over a steaming plate of rice. Next to pancit, menudo is the universally served dish in fiestas because it only uses very affordable cuts of meat, and the other ingredients used are very inexpensive. The meat is cubed to smaller pieces, and the eater is in a hunt for these chunks in a sea of tomato-based gravy, potatoes, and carrots. Because of its thick body, menudo is a very filling dish. So be careful in eating too much of this bad boy if you want to eat 100 more of the fiesta delights. Coming in at number 4 on our list is a great example of the Filipino instinct not to waste any part of what they are cooking on, the Igado. As what we have said before on our list, cooking a lechon is a huge affair in fiestas. Early in the morning, the pig that will be roasted is already slaughtered, its body cleaned and the organs removed. But do you ever wonder what happened to the offal? Various cooks in the Philippines made attempts to find ways to utilize the part of the pigs that are usually judged to be undesirable. The challenge is not only to not let these parts be wasted, the cook must also make this new dish delicious and palatable for those who are strangers to such ingredients. Igado is one prime product of such philosophy. Igado is a pork liver dish originating from the Ilocos region of the Philippines, a place known for their frugal yet delicious approach to cooking, which shows well in this dish. Its defining ingredient is the pig's liver, mixed with the innards and some tenderloin. The liver is sliced to small pieces and must be carefully cooked to prevent it from becoming too tough. Then, vegetables like green peas, carrots, potatoes, and bell peppers are added. Its sauce is made of a soy sauce vinegar combination, although some people add a small amount of tomato sauce or tomato paste for a reddish color. Regardless of what angle you take, Igado is a delicious mainstay in fiestas because you don't have to shop for more meat for ingredients. You can only get what is not used from the pig for your Igado. Very easy and very yummy.
Nice.
Coming in at number 5 on our list is probably one of the most usual dishes you can see in a fiesta. Arguably, even more so than the lechon. The lumpia. Lumpia is the ultimate fiesta food because it is not only delicious, but so portable and easy to carry around that some party goers actually have plastic bags ready to sneak some of these bad boys away from the party. Lumpia is a type of spring rolls that are common in Filipino and Indonesian cuisine. Filipino lumpia was brought to the Philippines by Hokkien immigrants and Fujian traders between 900 and 1565 AD, the pre-colonial period. Compared to the Chinese spring roll, lumpia has a thinner wrapper, almost like a crepe, in its flatness. Because of its versatility, lumpia wrapper can be used to wrap different types of ingredients, let it be sweet or savory. This may include sweet and caramelized bananas, which are known as turon, mung bean sprouts, carrots and chayote, turnips, and a lot more. In fiestas and celebrations, there are two variants of lumpia that are widely favored by cooks and eaters alike: lumpiang Shanghai and lumpiang sariwa. Lumpiang Shanghai is the most fundamental form of lumpia and the most popular too. Despite its name, lumpiang Shanghai did not originally come from China or Shanghai.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
Lumpiang Shanghai is the Philippines' answer to the Mexican taquito or flauta, and the two dishes look like twins. The older version of lumpia's wrapper was made from masa, a type of Spanish corn flour used on tortillas, until Chinese migrants introduced their own wrapper that they use in their spring rolls. From then on, cooks prefer the thinner wrapper for preparing lumpiang Shanghai, a dish influenced by Spanish and Chinese Filipino cuisine. I hope you enjoyed this video and get a nice taste into the interesting foods that Filipino fiestas have to offer. Before you go, be sure to like this video and click the subscribe button for more delicious content every week. We'd love to hear your thoughts too, so leave a comment below to let us know what your favorite part of the video was, or if you want to just leave us with a few thoughts. You guys are always awesome. Thanks again for watching. See you on the next one.